Pilot 12 of the Infinitec project is about personalized health insurance products based on IoT connected devices. The problem we try to tackle in this pilot is that in health insurance, risk assessment is done at the client's enrollment in a new product or after a serious incident. Information collected are demographics, interview-based info, and the health records of the prospective client. Today, technology allows continuous monitoring of many aspects of everyday life, and such monitoring can facilitate the adaptation of the offered products. On top of all the traditional information, we can also collect real-world data on physiological, psychological, social, and environmental aspects. In our solution, we start with the data collection, and then the data can be anonymized and a model can be trained. This model can later be used to create predictions on new data collected. These predictions lead to analytics describing the context of each new client, and a business decision can follow. The Helvetia application is being used for data collection at the Infinitec Pilot 12. The application is shown here and it allows collecting physiological data and mood. Some data are recorded using sensors, either the phone sensors or other sensors that are being set up like Garmin, Fitbit. We can log everything we want. For instance, we can log our water intake for today, and we can inspect the water intake in different days. And then we have all sorts of symptoms that we can record. The symptoms are shown in this list, and we can view graphs of the recent values of these symptoms. Recording symptoms is done via the plus button, and we can, for example, record our meals for a particular day. Like yesterday, where 2 meals have been received, and they did contain some meat. Other symptoms can include, for instance, diarrhea. Every symptom recorded can be seen from this screen, either per day, where we can see everything recorded in a particular day, and we can expand, and we can view details about the particular recording, or they can be viewed by type, where you can see, for example, every recording about diarrhea in the past. Physical activity that is automatically recorded can be seen from this screen. We can see the steps per week. We can go to previous weeks and see what is happening. We can also go and see active minutes, for instance, in different categories like fairly active and very active minutes. All this data is made available for processing. The real-world data collected can be analyzed to provide two services. The risk assessment service is provided by training a well-being predictor, and we accumulate decisions across time in order to be able to get the well-being assessment. The second service is on fraud detection. There, we follow two routes. First of all, signal processing can signal out outliers for consideration, and then coaching is also being done about important factors discovered from the well-being predictors. And this coaching offers useful information that hopefully will persuade people to answer questionnaires truthfully and also not tamper with their activity detector. The health insurance professionals are offered a tool with which they can monitor the analytics of their clients. An early version of this tool is shown here, where upon login, the professional can see the client statistics, their demographics information, their compliance to answering questionnaires, but most importantly, they can start managing their individual subjects by viewing a list of them and viewing a few things, a few tags about how they are doing, but most importantly, going and seeing information in detail about them, including the events they have been reporting, the questionnaires they have been answering, and the particular answers in all those questionnaires. And then they can see the measured activity analytics collected by the people in terms of steps or any other information like floors climbed, for instance. They can see the active time, they can change the time interval, and they can also go back in time as much as they like to view data, or data are available regarding the sleep. Exercise data that are recorded can be seen. Resting heart rate information is also made available. The decisions of the risk assessments will also be made available here. Thank you very much for your attention.